I mean, this is just so asinine. And when you go across this country, you see these little children with their parents being inducted, being groped, being microwaved, ovened, being questioned by the TSA. And the whole idea is you're being taught that you're bad. You're being taught you're a prisoner. In a free society, no one has run-ins with police. No one gets interrogated. Every tyranny always has these quasi-fake police, these minders, these commissars that are part of the whole apparatchik. That's what they're doing. This is absolute textbook. Like a duck in your backyard, if you've got a pond and the duck's out there, it's a duck. This is a tyranny. This is 100% diabolical, transpartisan. The entire government structure is now absolute scientific dog training evil, phasing out cash, bringing in a total system of control where they can tax, regulate, control, abuse the living daylights out of you. As Aaron mentioned earlier, the military admits since 2008 they're training for martial law, total financial collapse. I told you that years ago. I went to urban warfare drills and witnessed this 12 years ago. They've been getting ready for this worldwide. So has the British government. So have other governments. Even the London Telegraph said the EU dictatorship plan revealed, and it shows that it's a private banking group secretly engineering the collapse and the takeover. I mean, Von Rumpe admits this is hailing it as the birth of world government run by private banks that literally financially rape you 7 ways to Sunday. And then Aaron was mentioning to me an Atlantic article, and I pulled it up here, and it's like, how dare the American people give attitude to the new domestic checkpoints TSA is going to set up on the highways and search your car for your safety. It's a privilege to drive. It's a privilege, and we're going to search you at shopping malls and sports stadiums and everywhere. Well, I guess you can say it's a privilege on private property to go to a football game. The problem is they always have government backing and funding to build the stadiums, so courts have ruled they can't really do what they're doing. Folks aren't even aware of that little wrinkle there. But the point is that you have these modern public commons where they're getting rid of the Bill of Rights and saying they're going to grope people now and have x-ray machines. And this is the new industry for America. This is the military-industrial complex absorbing and taking over our republic. Okay, and again, this is Alex Jones from Las Vegas here with Jesse Ventura shooting episodes of his TV show. And so I'm here via phone. I should have brought a Skype system. Aaron Dykes is the main host there in the studio in Austin, Texas. And we're breaking this down. Ladies and gentlemen, it is known in every society that internal checkpoints are the hallmark of a tyranny. Now, it's been ruled hundreds and hundreds of times federal, thousands of times at the state level, that warrantless checkpoints are illegal. And now, as we told you they would, the TSA is starting checkpoints all over the country. And what does the, quote, liberal Atlantic Monthly come out and say? Oh, it's wonderful. Hey, let's get used to it. Andy Rooney on 60 Minutes said we should get a microchip under our skin to prove we're good so we can go to a football game. And let me tell you something. These zombies that only care about football, they do it. We are living in a dystopic nightmare system, and it's fixing to get 100 times worse, and that's not a figure of speech. Everything we've seen is only the preparatory phase of the dominoes being set up. Now, a lot of us foresaw this, so we warned people, and that's why we've got a chance here. But if you're not getting chills right now, folks, we're not just going into some corrupt system. This is a scientific murder machine that openly states once world government is established, it is going to start soft-killing people even faster. The cancer is tripled. The diabetes is doubling and tripling. All these new diseases are exploding. Diseases of the gut are exploding. Deformities are exploding. We know in all the studies the GMO transgenetic systems within 3 generations render an end of days children of men in fertile deformity in 99% of the rats and guinea pigs. Mayday, mayday, emergency global transmission. Break out of your trance now. You are being incrementally murdered by the globalists. Their control grid is going into place. I am here in Las Vegas. Almost everything is cashless. They've got virtual dealers that I've shot video of. They make you give ID when you pay for cash for eggs, for a buffet, for pancakes. Ladies gentlemen, we are in an emergency. They are passing laws all over the world, and including Louisiana. Other states have it introduced to not let you use cash in secondhand transactions because you're guilty until proven innocent. The total system is upon you. Whether you're a cop or a military or a bureaucrat, you are under attack as well. You are under high-tech mind control. You're under chemical attack in the food and water, biological attack in the food. You are with us, the people. You are being killed as well. I looked at those TSA guys in Austin. The last thing I said, you know the body scanners are coming here. You know those things fry you. And they laughed. The guy laughed. It's funny. He thinks if he laughs, it doesn't matter if they have a 7+-fold increase in cancers at Boston Logan because they've had the scanners for 8 years. He thinks if he laughs, it defeats me. It is a delusional, insane, out-of-control view. 20 years ago, they wouldn't let the troops use depleted uranium. They wouldn't let the troops use depleted uranium into combat because they knew it was a blowback soft-kill weapon where it ignited, even if it was a small round or a large, and that you would breathe it, and then it would reduce your life expectancy by decades. They don't care now. Now they just use it. Each psychopaths are running things. I've analyzed the globalists. They are destroying their own future and their own system. They're into death. Everybody I know wears skulls. I see old ladies with handbags now with skulls all over them. I see children in the elevators with big posters of two young women grabbing each other in a sexual embrace, scantily clad with little children. We have become a demonic hell force. We have become a huge, giant demonic cancer, bubbling and pussing and scrofulating into hell itself. We are in a total emergency. The people have literally been put into a trance. Everybody in this hotel is wearing football jerseys. The dealers, the servers, everybody's wearing football outfits, mindless jerseys, and the men are all wearing them, and the women are all wearing them. And I was sitting in a restaurant, and the Bears won the football game yesterday, and the guy looked at the woman and said to her, "You're not cheering." And it was just all this weirdness that they don't even have a culture. They don't even have a future. They don't have anything. They just sit there sycophantically watching this game as everything implodes and burns down. And now, all over the country, they're not letting people get their cash out. All over the country, people come in with $5,000 from a car they sold. Say, "Give me cash." "No, we're not giving it to you. You got to deposit it here, and then we'll put fines and fees on you and let you get it out over a month." It is total prisoner behavior. Every time I cross the state line and try to use my credit card for gas or anything, it's not fraud protection. It's keeping tabs on me. It's getting me used to I can't use my money. Everybody is being conditioned for this. Everybody is being told this. And now, Aaron, what do you make of the open demonization of the Declaration of Independence and mainstream media going, "Yeah, is it bad?" Well, let me tell you, they teach police that it is bad. I have footage.
That's right. That's right. I've been told that from people, too, I know, who are training for law enforcement, that they're taught in college that the Constitution no longer applies, Alex.
Well, let's just tell people who. That's your brother.
Yeah.
Now, let's expand on this. I have the footage from 11 years ago in Kansas City. They teach police George Washington's bad. They actually say Thomas Jefferson's bad. These are the traitors. Folks, if you're a cop sitting there being trained that the Founding Fathers are bad, the bad guys are the ones that would tell you that. I mean, that's like if the Soviets took over or Hitler did, they'd be telling us crap like this. I mean, come on, folks. Right there. That'd be like if space aliens landed and said, "George Washington is bad, your new ruler is Google Bobble." I mean, it's that insane, that naked, that out in the open, Aaron.
It is, and it's natural rights, as this article points out, but they try to dismiss that, Alex. They're going to demonize it. We'll be back after this break. We are back again on the Alex Jones Show. This is Aaron Dykes. Alex is still riding shotgun with us. Patrick Henningsen coming up to discuss Syria and other extremely important geopolitical issues. But we're talking about natural rights. We're talking about this terrible police state coming down. And just at a glance, what I took from my personal readings of the Enlightenment and Renaissance was this whole concept that it's always a corrupt man who tries to put himself at the top of the system. And that's why you have to leave open that the rights come from God. Even if you don't believe in God, you want to leave that concept open. Otherwise, you're absolutely guaranteed a dictatorship. Flash forward to 1776. That is a new concept, as Alex, Ron Paul, and so many others bring up all the time. And now you have them trying to eradicate that with the TSA, with all these checkpoints, with the cash controls. I've seen an A&E History Channel American Revolution special from the 90s that is overtly Marxist, that tries to discredit and call the Founding Fathers terrorists, Alex. But I've got this Atlantic article, Connor Friedersdorf, Mission Creep, this Tennessee highway is now patrolled by TSA. And it opens with quotes from John Pistole, TSA administration boss, talking about how traveling is a privilege and anyone who doesn't go along with the screenings has no right to fly. And they go on to analyze, how far does that attitude go? Does that mean it's a privilege to attend the Super Bowl, a privilege to ride the metro system, the Amtrak train, a boat, other forms of transportation? And now they have these highway checkpoints, Alex.
What they're going to do, Aaron, they've already said it. No judge, no jury. You can't find out why. Can't buy a gun, can't travel, can't have a job. TSA has said they're going to be over every job. The unions have already signed their employees on to have to go through TSA screening. That's why when the firefighters and police finally were going to get health care for 9/11, they had to go through a terror database. But listen, here's what's sick. I get the emails, I see the comments. Some of them are paid trolls. Still calling us kooks. The mainstream media is openly waging war on the Constitution publicly. I've got the college textbooks. Your own brother, who's well, I'm not going to get into it. The point is, that's in his textbook, and that's why now when you tell somebody, hey, it's the Constitution, cops, but also especially TSA, look at you crazed, like they've got an enemy. Listen, you evil globalist agent criminal. I want you to listen to me if you think that. That is America, you nitwit, the Declaration of Independence, Constitution, Bill of Rights. That is the Republic. You are enemies of the Republic, and we have to stop bowing to them. They're the crooks. They're the scum. It's a serious crime to violate the Fourth Amendment. It's a serious crime to grab children's genitals in front of them.
Alex, the First Amendment, the Fourth, the Second, those are rights not to be infringed under any circumstances. Those are the first laws, not the trash on the ground.
We've got a bunch of globalist banker boys and their media whores and hired goons telling us we're the bad people when we're the Americans. Get it through your stinking head. You people are traitors and enemies, and we will rout you out, and we will defeat you. Listen, Aaron, I'm gonna let you go over and go to Henningsen, and when you come in with Henningsen, you can break this down, but I got to tell people this. Folks, this is happening faster and faster, and this is why it's happening. The bankers knew when they created the derivative bubble 12 years ago this was going to happen. They planned it. They have been training to take us down and to have a cashless grid for decades. They've been doing it in earnest since 1998, so 13 years. It's on. This is all planned. It's admittedly planned. It is a global, I'm getting chills, a global banker dictatorship. Think about your children. Think about the Republic. Think about a science fiction movie 50 years ago where the Constitution is demonized and people have government grabbing their genitals for no reason and treating everybody bad with domestic checkpoints. And I kept warning people about domestic checkpoints. They said, oh, you're a kook, it isn't going to happen, even though the Marines and Army have been involved for years. I can't handle it anymore, folks. They are putting, I'm going to say this to the people in the trance, they are putting cancer viruses in the vaccines. Murdering, psychopathic eugenicists run things. They are putting deadly radioactive isotopes in the water, not just fluoride, you idiots. You idiots out there that think I'm making this stuff up. You don't even care about your families enough to look at what I'm telling you. You people are idiots. You need to wake up right now and break your conditioning right now. We're under full-scale attack. You people can't understand this. You can't listen to me because it's not a direct attack in your face. It's incremental. It's creeping death. It's creeping, sneaky, scientific, New World Order, chicken neck, control freak, coward garbage. And I look at the public deep under globalist trances. They're actually victims. We've got to reach out to these zombies and somehow try to wake up as many zombies as we can because they're going to use these zombies as weapons against us, Aaron. It's all coming down right now, and I just can feel it in my gut and see it intellectually.
We're in a lot of trouble, Alex. I wish something you said wasn't true, but obviously it is. And they're going to trash the Fourth Amendment. They're going to try to stop the First Amendment.
They're coming for everybody. They're going to kill us with guns as well. Folks, all I can say is get geared up, get ready, warn everybody you know. It's 1776. You are the Paul Revere's. If you're hearing my voice, you are the resistance. Ah! Oh, man, Aaron Dyke's coming up next. Spread the word, spread the word, spread the word about the broadcast. Spread the word to the four corners. Get the word out.